Classy and nasty. Yeah, you know the deal, and they still live. Throwing $100 bills, and they still live.
What's poppin', y'all?
What's good?
Yeah. Hey, baby.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey. Oh, my fault, baby. Welcome to Talk Spicy.
Where we don't know how to talk nicely. I'm the lit one, Ritz.
And I am the groundbreaking Gladdy. Today,
What are we talking about?
we by ourselves because nobody loves us.
See, I was going to act like you were my special guest.
I am the special guest, but you my special guest.
There you go.
So we're going to go from there. You feel me?
You want to introduce yourself?
Y'all know the fuck I am. Nah. I'm Young Glad, a.k.a. Gladiator, a.k.a. Houdini, a.k.a. Big Glad, a.k.a. Big Five, a.k.a. Watch where you step because you might make a mess.
Oh, my God. That's a lot.
Grrr. That's my shit, too. Big 1090. You already know. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great. Glad I got my introduction out the way because mine isn't as elaborate as yours.
Not yet. I give you
don't-
about a month.
look,
I give you about a month.
Nah, I don't need all that. You know who the fuck it is? I'm just-
Oh, see? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know, today I just wanted to get on the cast and talk about us, like give the people us.
Getting to know the grams. Let's just call it that. Hashtag that. Everybody that watches this episode, that's what you hashtag, okay?
All right, do it for the gram.
Period.
Shout outs to Letitia, Poo Poo, McIntyre, Johnson. Okay, for that hashtag, do it for the grams. She got a lot of names,
Yeah.
but that's sis.
Yeah.
I fuck with sis. You already know. But yeah, how you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How are you?
That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
I was expecting to
We're on
see.
TV, sir. We're on TV.
I just say you was beautiful.
Oh.
Damn.
I know where this was going to go. I had to make sure you
Can
stayed
I-
on. You know, this is televised.
Yeah, I ain't gonna whip out or nothing. Like.
Okay.
Word.
Want the kids to watch.
But yeah, we do, and get great substance,
Yeah.
content. But today it's about us, and we're gonna take y'all through the little wormhole of our lives and how we grew. We're gonna start off from, like childhood, and end up to
Where
today.
we're at today. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bring them through all the trials and tribulations.
And she be pouring, she be cheating though. She be pouring me shots and it be like triples, and she be pouring herself singles and it be watery. So she don't be as fucked up as me, and then when we get home, she side-eye me like, nigga, you drunk. And I be like
H2O, everybody. It's free.
I try.
H2O.
But I like this better.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting into it, baby.
Uh-huh.
Nice to see you, even though I live with you.
Mm-hmm.
Or should I say we live together?
Oh, my God.
Now, because people have their own perceptions of...
True.
People will make up their own dialogue or whatever is
Of what we got going on.
They make their own reality. So we got to... I don't really like watching what I say, because what I say is what I mean.
This is
And I
all
stand
for
on it.
transparency.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know who the hosts are of Talk Spicy, where y'all
Yeah.
come from, where you at now, how'd you get there. And I just think this episode will kind of explain all of that.
Yeah.
Give you a little insight.
So
'Cause
bottom
I'm
line
nosy.
is we bought a house together.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line. Okay, all the other shit, y'all can speculate on whatever y'all feel necessary to speculate on. That's on y'all. We love it. Feedback. Give it to us.
Yeah.
But going into your early childhood,
Ooh.
which a lot of time we talk about your early childhood when we by ourselves at home and reflecting on shit. And, we watch movies or we see videos or we listen to a song, and then I'd be like, yo, this shit took me to this place and time and space. And I'd be like, yo, my childhood. And a lot of times you don't really remember your childhood.
I concur.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to get to know your childhood. Not that is super detrimental.
But you want to know, because I
do
feel like
wanna
your
know.
childhood makes who you are today. So
It
I
plays a big
completely,
part.
absolutely,
Plays
I
a big
completely
part.
understand you wanting to know,
That's
you
a
know,
fact.
what my childhood was about.
So for starters,
Mm-hmm.
your earliest childhood memory,
Yeah.
or like, what would you consider your most memorable moment
Okay.
as a child?
As a child.
Yeah, this
And
pre-puberty.
yeah, and you're gonna laugh at me only because it's so late, and you're like, you don't remember anything before that, and I'm gonna tell you, not really. Like I remember like little spots and random shit, like random stories that people talk about. But like my first memory is my 9th birthday. I was living in Jacksonville. I had a lit birthday. I was listening to Britney Spears and NSYNC back then.
Oh my God.
I had my parents and my friend bought me the same NSYNC CD, which happened to work out, which I was like, damn, I got 2 of the same gifts, which I felt some type of way about. But it happened to be that my brother, Larry Eugene Bailey, happened to be jumping.
Shout outs to TJ. That's my guy.
Shout out to Teeter Beater.
And that's not just my guy because that's my wife and that's his sister. Like me and TJ connected on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Is that another segment?
Look, that's
Or can
the
we
only
get into
person.
this?
Nah. Yeah, that's another.
That's another
yeah,
segment?
yeah,
Okay.
Shout out to
Okay.
TJ.
Shout out to TJ.
That's the only
bro.
person I would consider my big homie.
No, that,
like
yeah,
that's that
your
respect
big
level I
homie.
have for
Yeah,
him.
and I saw that.
Yeah.
Like, but he also holds you to in that standard.
As he should.
Like, you know what I'm saying? To him,
Yeah.
you are the big homie too.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So I respect that relationship between y'all. Like, that's gangster. Like, you know,
Yeah.
because me and my sister so far apart that, and my sister is
What, 8 years y'all have difference?
no 13.
Jeez.
Yeah, 13.
Thinking like we're
My sister
old,
got
babe.
13. Yeah. Yeah, I literally used to have my sister with me, and people that was in my community thought this was my child. And I really didn't keep explaining myself. Like, yo.
And because really, I even hated my brother being 3 years older than me. So I can't imagine 13. Like, you wouldn't, well, I know y'all are close, but like, you just don't have that like sibling thing where you're like within the 3-year range, then you're like this. But then otherwise, you're still close, but we're not as close as we could have been. Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
hold on.
back to
Let me
your 9
finish my
years old.
story.
To
Yeah.
your 9 years old,
Yeah.
yeah.
9th birthday, having a sleepover. All my little bitches around. Had nothing to do with the bitches.
Y'all was little bitches? Goddamn.
We were little bitches. I don't know. I know I was a bitch. And he just jumped off my top bunk bed and
TJ?
broke. Yes.
So TJ was at your 9th
Yes.
birthday
Yes.
sleepover.
Yes.
He
That's
was
my
the big
brother.
homie.
Look, we were
He
in a
was the big
2-parent
homie.
household. My parents were married at the time. Yes. Jumped off the bunk bed, wanting to show off for everybody, talking about some fucking parkour before parkour was parkour, and broke my fucking NSYNC CD. And yes, I had 2 of them bitches, but I was pissed.
Bye.
Exactly.
For real.
I was so mad and upset and just a drama queen and cried. And that's my earliest memory. It was my 9th birthday party, which again is late for a lot of people. I don't know why I don't remember my childhood. I didn't have no traumatic shit happen to me, just in case y'all are wondering. I just don't remember it. I was too late. How about that?
That's cool. That's cool.
That's
so,
it.
well, how was the childhood that you remember?
Oh, my childhood was good. I didn't have no, type of worries. I had everything I needed. I didn't have everything I wanted. Mind you, I wanted shit that I didn't need. It was just some extra shit. But like when I really wanted something, I would get it.
Yeah, because
I
I've been
get
to one of your childhood houses.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2. But I've been to the most recent childhood house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
And I was really there the longest. I was there for like 5 years. That was long for me.
I'm in there like, there's
I'm from the trenches.
Dub. Caparoni.
No, absolutely. I had a good childhood. I had a good childhood. From what nothing
Yeah,
traumatic happened to me.
no problems
Like
with that.
outside of.
And that's
know.
great. Like, that is
Yeah.
great because
I'm thankful.
yes, as well as I am, because I mean my childhood was in the trenches.
Not that the trenches means your childhood is bad. Not saying that. Just
And
to
when I say
clarify.
when I say trenches, I don't mean like, yo, Yo, I was outside and it was raining
In a
and
ditch.
leaky faucets.
Some
and
people
I-
think like
bro,
you lived
no,
outside.
listen. What I mean by trenches is when I say trenches, I mean like I lived in the inner city. I came up as a youth and I was around other males that were older than me, but they were into other things, and it made me attracted to other things. You get what I'm saying? Trenches, per se, like I didn't have the picket fence and this, and my neighbor is a mile away. I didn't have that. Like I literally stayed in. First, my recollection as a
Your first, what's your earliest memory first?
the earliest.
He gonna say when I came out my mama's pussy, like
No, I don't remember that.
Like, he
I don't remember
remembers
that.
everything.
I do remember a lot of shit, but I don't remember that.
yeah.
But my earliest memory would be sidebar, but my mom threatening me because I was advanced as a child. Like my IQ was higher.
So this is your real, like your big memory that you remember, like from childhood.
I mean, it's one of the memories that I remember first.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That was shaping me into becoming who I am today. So it was my mom. My mom was still like, you know, her early 20s, you know, and you know, we all stayed with my grandparents, my grandmother, my grandfather. Shout outs to Rowena Graham, rest in heaven, and shout outs to George Graham, my OG. They really like they
That's
set,
who like raised you.
Yeah,
That's who you
yeah.
feel like you got your
Yeah.
your basis.
because
of-
it was a
your
village.
Foundation
It was a
from.
village for a little while. It was a village for a little while, and my mom was staying with them and had me, you know, and my aunt Bridget, she had my cousin Sherelle, and we all stayed together, and we was already. My cousin Sherelle is like 3 months behind me, or whatever, 3 months younger than me, I should say, whatever. So, but my first memory is me helping my mother. I remember vividly cleaning up the house. Nobody else is in the house at this time. And I gotta push this button and play this song. And yes, you have reached the Graham's residence and
Trying to record a voicemail.
Yeah,
That's
that's
hilarious.
one of the first, like that's one of the first things I can remember prior to,
Other.
like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like that. And I can remember the song.
How old were you? How old were you?
I was probably 8.
Okay, so that's not too far off
I
from.
mean,
you.
I remember some shit before that, but I'm saying you said most memorable.
Yes. Okay,
I remember
so then
this
I'm
because
not
this was
crazy.
consistent.
Yeah.
Like every 2 weeks we changed this.
Yeah.
And you feel me? It went from the songs. I just remember the music. It went from "You Down with OPP," yeah, you know me. That was one of the songs. Then it went to "Step Back, You're Dancing Kinda
And these
Close."
were your mom's voicemails.
It was supposed to be my grandparents' voicemail because it was my grandparents'
But
house.
you know Sabrina.
That's what I'm
All right, say what
saying.
she do.
You know, my mama getting and yeah, you have reached the Grand's residence. I'm Sabrina. This is my son Teray.
Hold on, what'd you say?
What?
Because she said, "This is my son Teray." So did you have a little line to say?
Not really.
Oh,
If I did,
shit would've been
if I
funny,
did, I
though.
don't recall. I was more of the technician.
Yeah.
I was
Just
more of the
pause and
pushing
play.
the buttons. Yeah. I remember that.
Did your mom give you a nickname as a child? Or did you?
Not my mom,
Did you have
but
a
my
childhood nickname?
Yes, my grandma gave me the name. I had 2 nicknames. My grandma gave me the nickname Pumpkin, and my aunt Pam gave me the nickname Peterhead.
Do you know where both of those names originated from? Outside of the people, like, why do they call you Pumpkinhead?
Not Pumpkinhead.
Well, sorry. Okay, I interjected my own childhood
you
nickname. I was called
just meshed
Pumpkinhead.
both of them together. My grandmother called me Pumpkin. My aunt Pam, which was the oldest out of the three sisters, called me Peterhead. Pumpkin, I felt like came from my, like, no homo, but shape at that time. Like I was a stout child.
Well, that's where my name Pumpkin came
Yeah, I was
from.
a stout
It just
child.
turned into Pumpkinhead
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Hell yeah, but that,
We were
that-
both in the husky section.
which was kind of weird because when I met your parents, they, you know, Pumpkin. I was like, like damn, like that's my name. Like you feel me? But my
Isn't
aunt,
that crazy
my
though?
Aunt
Because
Pam-
I don't feel. Well, I've only heard Pumpkin maybe a handful of times. We're not the only ones, but that's like a specific nickname for us to end up together and have that same nickname.
Yeah, that's cool though. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But the Peterhead,
Pumpkinhead.
I have no idea. I'm totally blinded by where my Aunt Pam got Peterhead from.
Yeah.
But Peterhead was her name for me.
Yeah.
Like until I feel like you was at the family reunion. She called me Peterhead still. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that just my Aunt Pam stuck with that. You know.
That was it. Would you say how would you say your childhood was different from people's childhood today in like 2021? Did it differ? Vastly. It looked like you were trying to look for that word.
Yeah, vastly different. For one, I was kind of like an advanced youth. So, what I mean by that, you know, I was probably like 7, 8, 9, whatever, 10 years old, but my IQ was on board of like a 17, 18, 19-year-old individual. You get what I'm saying? I was like, it was almost, that's why, you remember Smart Guy?
Yes.
Okay,
that's my
so
favorite
Smart
show.
Guy I felt like that was my story. I just didn't have twin sisters and I was the baby brother. I just didn't have that. But I had my grandparents, my mom, my dad over there, but I was super intelligent. So I was able to like stay in the house. Like they'd go off and do what they need to do as adults and go handle their adult business. And I was able to stay at home at 7, 8, 9 years old and really hold it down.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Me and my cousin Sherelle. Shout outs to Sherelle Graham. That's my baby. I love you, girl. Feel me? But me and her, we was like we held it down while everybody else went and did what they did as adults. All we had to do was do our homework, which we completed. And after we completed that, we had the earth was our turf. Only thing we couldn't do was turn the stove on.
And see, I feel like that's where I kind of not disagree. I completely agree with you. But the only reason I didn't relate with TJ is because I wasn't book smart as well. Like, put me out in the street, whatever. I'll figure out how to get home. I'll figure out how to feed myself. I'll figure out all that. But like, if you put a book in front of me and told me I have a test in 30 minutes, duh. Duh. It's over with.
You ain't like studying?
No.
Yeah, see, I used to get a thrill out of that. But but see, me, it was always because I felt like, I got to be better than these people in my class. You feel me?
You're just competitive all the way around.
That's just
whether it has to do with IQ, athleticism.
I blame that on Ashe. That's through my lineage, my ancestors or whatever. I was given that in my DNA to be one of those type of warriors. Like, like everything I do, I want to be at least in the, I'll be okay with winning the bronze medal.
And it's crazy. As we're talking about it, I like, because I'm just thinking about myself. I'm like, so it's the competitive nature. After all that, you want to do it because you want to be better than some people. Some people are like mediocre, as society would call it, only because I'm not competing with this bitch or this nigga. Does that make sense? Like, I don't care. I'm gonna do what's comfortable for me
To
without
get by.
me having to
Everybody
try.
Get by.
Yeah.
You just want to get by.
That was my goal. I'm
Yeah.
like, as long as I'm good.
I think we talked about this before with our children. Like, yo, she's like, yo, my baby makes C's. And I'm like, no. You're not getting rewarded for mediocre.
We'll go get our nails done. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, whatever you and your mom do on the side, that's y'all. But I'm not giving you gifts for being mediocre, because only if I know that you are capable of doing better.
Yeah. Do you think that's like the problem with today's children? Or I feel like even though I'm including a millennial from what Google says, the millennials like that they feel like being average is like, I'm not trying to go above and beyond. I'm just trying to be right here.
I felt like average. I don't blame it on millennials, but it's a lot of factors into that equation. But I don't feel like millennials just settle for that. I just felt like it was like everybody is just trying to move along. Like let's just go ahead and get this over with. In which whatever was in my DNA makeup, it was like, yo, like nah.
Do it.
You look, you feel me? Like I can vividly remember like 6th and 7th grade. This is crazy. Not tooting my own horn, but in 7th grade.
But beep beep is what he's saying.
In 7th grade, they asked my grandma always worked in the Newark education system. Like she always worked for the school system or whatever in Newark, New Jersey. And in 7th grade at Newton Street School, they wanted me to jump to the 11th grade from the 7th grade, in which my grandmother was like, my mom was with it. My mom was like, yeah, like, hurry up. Like, go ahead and finish. Feel me? That's why I compare myself to like TJ, not your brother.
No, I know.
A smart guy, on TJ. Yeah, the smart guy.
This how our lives was opposite. My parents was at the principal's office begging, please let her just go through another year. Yeah. Just let this bitch go on through. She gonna be all right. We gonna make sure she's like begging just to make it. Let me just make it.
So it was like from 7th, they tried to jump me to 11th. You feel me? But 7th grade, what you about 9? No.
12?
7th grade, about 12. And 11th grade, you probably about 16. So my grandmother was thinking about it from a physical aspect.
Yeah, outside of school, really.
Like your little ass don't need to be up there with them grown ass kids. Like, you feel me? Even though my mind is capable of doing all of the work that I need to do.
What do you think your life would have been like if you skipped 5 grades?
I don't know. I might have been working with
Steve Jobs. I thought that's what you were about to say.
What's the other dude name? Not Steve Jobs.
I don't know.
Who above Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs is him.
What's that? Apple? What's the other dude name? Bill Gates.
Oh.
I feel like I would be.
Who's Steve
I would
Jobs?
be. Steve Jobs is Apple.
He just works. He just works for Bill Gates.
Bill Gates is like.
Bill Gates owns Apple. I'm sorry. Side note.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I felt like I could have been in that loop because I really was like interested in all of that science and all of that. Oh, how this working? Oh, this make this function. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that was most of my childhood. Like I felt like an adult. Or what I thought was an adult.
Right.
I felt like I was an adult in a child body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that got me in trouble.
Did you occupy your time? I know you obviously like were mentally, advanced. How about physically? Did you play sports?
Yeah, I played basketball. I played football.
In school?
I played basketball 7th, 8th grade. I got cut from the 8th grade team. Why, I don't know. Because I was, but now I know. Because you know what I'm saying. But whatever. And when I got to high school, I played a little bit of basketball for the. They wanted me to play football, but I wanted to play basketball because I was when I moved to North Carolina, I started to get skinny for some reason. I guess puberty. I started to get taller, and I started filling out. But even though I was getting taller, it was people that was taller than me, but the weight. You had people that was my height, but they was like 260. And weight conditioning, and I'm like, bro, I'm not about to just be out here letting these people run into me and hit me.
And I hate that. I
gotta go
really
home.
hate that coaches, teachers, whoever will tell you to go try out or go play this just because you're tall. Just because you're tall or have some weight on you. Like, now you're putting me in a fucking box just because I'm goddamn 5'10" and I'm 12. No, bitch, I don't want to be on the fucking basketball team. No, I don't.
wanna be an
I jam my
astronaut.
finger at practice and I'm not coming back, bitch. I won't be here on Monday.
Not jam your finger.
No, I
Take
jam
that
my
shit-
finger
take
and
that shit out.
I will never forget it. That's another early
it's-
childhood memory. That shit hurt.
That's crazy because you are like so active.
Yeah, I look.
To
I
this
love,
day, like,
yes.
to this day, you are very active. You
Yes.
get me to participate in some shit. I'd be like, bro, I'm not doing that. But you be like, come on, I do it.
Yeah, I do not regret it, but I hate that I didn't just play sports because I think when I was trying to like be cute, you know, as a girl, you turn into a girl and you're like, okay, I don't need to be doing all this. Let me chill out and let me get my nails done. And let me keep my hair flat. I think that's really what it was. What influenced me from not playing sports like throughout school.
So would you say you were like an average student or smart student, popular student? Like, how would you?
Well, since popularity has nothing to do with like my IQ, I
don't.
would say I was an average student as far as grades and
Popular otherwise.
and shit goes. No,
You wasn't popular?
no.
But look, this is what's crazy because before I even not before I met you, but now that once everybody realized we were together, stories come out the woodworks, and everybody got their own version of Ashley.
Oh, can't wait till we go down this road.
You know what I'm
Stay
saying?
tuned for episode
But I'm
2.
saying like, bro, you had a yellow Mustang, bro. Wasn't nobody driving. Look, wasn't nobody driving in high school. Like, I mean, well, at my school, a lot of people was driving, but I went to a predominantly white high school, which is Ashley High, Eugene Ashley High.
I probably would have been popular there.
Yeah, you would have been very popular,
I would have been popular if I went
especially
to
if you had a
Ashley.
yellow Mustang.
Oh my God. I
Yes,
would've
they
been
would
lit.
love you.
You want to know what's crazy? Before we bought the house over where my parents' house is now, we almost went to Ashley area and I was crying. I was like, I don't want to go here. I'm not going to know anybody. I don't know anybody that goes over
Boy,
here.
you would have met me.
And see, that's why I didn't go to Ashley. It all works out. I ended up going to E.A. Laney High School for a reason. But no, I was not a popular kid. My grades were average because as long as I passed, my mom was like, cool, I'm not going to, I guess because in reality, she knew that your high school grades don't mean anything. Don't mean
They don't.
a motherfucking thing.
Unless
you
you're
want
trying to go to a
yes,
a
if you want to go to
predominant
college and
yeah,
have your college be paid
yeah,
for.
prominent college.
Yeah.
Not
Otherwise,
predominant.
it doesn't really matter. So yes,
Yeah.
I was an average student. Popularity wise, people knew me, but nobody liked me. I had 2 friends, no cap. They might change between every 2 years, but I was not a popular kid. Everybody knew me. Everyone wanted to fight me. I'm not about to fight you.
What the fuck they want to fight for?
Because they niggas wanted me. That part I can't lie about.
In high school?
Yes. Bo Bash was
Come
lit.
on.
Ash Bo Bash and the Purple Palace.
Because you had that yellow motherfucking
The niggas out
Mustang.
east love me. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Pull up, Ash. Pull up. That's why when we go places, motherfuckers be like, yeah, bro, I know her, bro. She had the I'm like, that's cool, bro. Relax.
No,
Like,
for real. That
relax.
it wasn't anything extra. Nobody liked female wise. I had like 2 friends and I knew a bunch of niggas. And my parents were cool. So I would have a bunch of niggas at my house. No lie. There'd be 6 niggas at a time. Like on a Friday, cool, come over. My parents are home. We're all about to be in my room, listen to music, turning up. And I was lit on YouTube.
I can vouch for that because when initial, well, you know how we met, but initially, we don't have to go through that story. But,
Yeah.
but when I felt like, yo, I want her, when I felt like that, and then it was your birthday, you know, I popped up. And there was guys there. It was guys and girls there, but it was guys there. You know, some of them
But
I
it was
knew.
platonic.
Yeah. It was
just-
like it was. Yeah. It all made sense. But you know what I'm saying? Wasn't no weird shit. But
Yeah.
you feel me? So I can go for that. I can understand.
And that's how it was all through high school. I always had a bunch of guy friends and like very few female friends.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I was popular because female wise, everyone wanted to, you know, it is what it is. But I was just chilling. I just went through high school under the radar and I just tried to make it. But apparently now, after we graduated, everyone knows Ritz, everyone knows Bo Bash, everyone wants to link up with me. It's just weird. It's weird being where I'm at now compared to where I was in high school. Yeah. It's weird for me.
Do you, which it's kind of tough to like word, but which segment of your life do you like the most or admire the most?
Yeah, I would say now, because high school, I thought all of that mattered. Like I thought being popular, having a bunch of girlfriends mattered. Like now, I don't give a fuck who likes me. I'll be by myself with my 2 dogs and my cat, and we'll be walking down the fucking street. I don't care who likes me now. So I would definitely say now, because I know what's actually important and what's not important. Message to everybody in high school. High school is it's a decimal in your fucking life.
So before we go all the way into the high school joint, what was your most memorable moment as a grade schooler?
Meaning like
from
kindergarten
to 8th grade.
To 8th grade?
Yeah, to 8th grade. What was your most memorable moment during those times?
And the only reason it's memorable is because I had moved so much. So both my parents were in the military. I had went to 3 different schools in 3 different states when I was in 5th grade. So I was in Arkansas, I was in Illinois, and then I came to North Carolina, which was last.
Shout out to Arkansas. Was it Forest City?
Yes, it was.
Forest City.
And they still
shout outs to Forest City.
They still whoop people. And that was that was the year that 9/11 happened. So that was 01.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the places where they allow some of that.
Yeah,
like,
we would still get whoopings.
Yeah, that's wild.
Luckily, again, because I wasn't no bad kid. I just did what I had to do.
Yeah, shout outs to my Aunt Bridget, because my Aunt Bridget, Sherelle mama, yeah, you weren't about to whoop us?
At school, though?
She'll come whoop us at the school, but ain't none of y'all about to touch us.
Yeah, and
this is a fact.
That's the only reason it happened. There was one time, I think I was just being talkative, and I got pulled to the room. The paddle had holes in everything. I won't forget it. It's like, that is a
spanking.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't even get whooped at home for fucking talking. Y'all, no, call my mama. And my mom wasn't even there. She was living in North Carolina at the time. But yeah, they tried to fucking whoop me in 5th grade. And I'm like, I'm grown. I feed myself.
I'm grown.
I cook for myself. I take myself home from school. Like, I was literally taking care of myself. And you want to spank me for talking to somebody? Yeah. So, yeah, but it was that and, like, moving just from 3 different states in 3 different schools in 5th grade. And I feel like that was, like, you know, something different. People don't. That's not normal.
Was it mentally frustrating?
I think only because they were trying to whoop me.
Yeah.
And
at that one.
Yes, in Arkansas, I was offended.
And then when you got somewhere else, it was just like regular.
And I truthfully think that's why I called my mom that summer, like,
yeah, I don't want to be here.
Duh.
Yeah.
Come get me, help me.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
What about you? What was your, like, moment growing up? Not your first memory, but something that stands out in your childhood.
I don't want to get nobody in trouble.
Yeah.
I graduated from 8th grade. When I graduated from 8th grade, now mind you, we have to go through another segment to get to, like, my mama wasn't always around. You know what I'm saying? But my mama was around for my 8th grade graduation.
Just the meat of it. What's the
pause?
Meat of it?
But understood. Yeah, I smoked my first blunt at my 8th grade graduation day.
Mm-hmm.
I smoked my first blunt.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
Oh, so that was like, it's lit. Like you just knew, like you liked how it made you feel from then.
No, I not just from the smoking weed aspect. I just felt like yo, I did something, and it seemed like this wasn't something that everybody do. Which
That was your
really
moment where
everybody
you
do.
felt like you broke a big rule, like where you felt like, oh shit, I done.
No. I'm talking about in the sense of I graduated from 8th grade.
Mm.
Cause I know some people that was like, fuck this. 7th, 8th grade, and they like, fuck this. And they out, and when I'm going to school, they outside on the other side of the fence. And they, when it's time to go outside for lunch and whatever, recess or whatever they call it, these people that I know from, they my age, they outside there. And they,
Why do you feel like that was a memorable moment?
because I had a support team.
Yeah. Were you popular in school?
The whole time.
Yeah, from K through 12.
From K through 12. Look, my teachers love me, because of my IQ.
Mm-hmm.
Like my teachers love me
What
because
about peers?
yeah, I had but I also ran because of my
Mm-hmm.
ability to be like handle work and do work good. I also ran into a bully. I'm not gonna say bullies.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. But I ran into a bully.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even gonna say his name.
Because you were smart?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
On top of that, you got to keep in mind, my cousin Sherelle is really like my sister. We was raised together. We're 3 months apart. We grew up in the same household, all together. Like at the same time, we went to every school together. This, and some of the older students, not guys, but some of the older students in the school liked her,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't on that. Like nah.
Because you were the man in her life, they thought they had to like test you. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like you feel me? Which
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Which
on
is
none of that
so
shit.
weird. That's a weird thing to bully.
Yeah, I
someone
don't know who
about.
taught I don't know who taught the black youth that.
But you said it was only one person.
Yeah, I ran into one bully.
Mm-hmm.
Like one bully. I mean, I may have ran into other bullies, but I'm talking about.
It's only a bully if it affects you. I feel.
Yeah. I'm consistently like this. This dude was like fucking 16, 8th grade. Like you get what I'm saying? Type shit. Like maybe 15.
Babe, he wasn't mad at you. He was mad because he was 16.
I understand now that I'm grown. It took me to be.
hindsight.
It took me
Yeah.
to get older to understand that, but that's what it was like. Like, bro, you want to beat me up, bro? Like, you want to
Did
beat me up every day after school? Like, bro, because you like my cousin, and I'm smarter than you, and me and my cousin leaving together. Like, you making it look like me and my cousin are together. Like, you get what I'm saying?
How many times did y'all fight?
Who?
You and the bully that we're talking about.
It
None.
wasn't no fighting because
You didn't fight?
I was really popular. So other older people that was like my school, my grade school.
What happened when he tried to do whatever he tried to do to you?
It was somebody that was in his grade
Mm-hmm.
that took a liking to me,
Mm-hmm.
that intervened, and
Yeah.
they got into it, and this, and this, and and what's crazy is that happened to be that. Rest in peace, Marv.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Marvin. Marvin was the son of a guy named Fat Cat.
Mm-hmm.
We call Fat Cat in the hood. Fat Cat was like the plug, like a plug. And my mama was always with Fat Cat. You feel me? But I had no idea that. Like, we had no.
So they were connected in some way, shape, or form.
It was all connected.
Yeah.
It was all connected.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that Fat Cat was his dad, and my mom didn't know that that was his son. But they together, they chill together. My mom and Fat Cat was always around each other all the time, and just so happened that his son was a little bit older than me, and his son stood up for me.
I feel like it's so weird. Not weird, but like bullies if you call yourself a bully, you know, I feel like that's when you intimidate or try to press upon someone you feel is inferior to you. But like most of the stories I heard about bullies, they, you know, try to intimidate you in some way, shape, or form. But when it comes time to like address it, it's never what you were trying to have me be scared of or try to intimidate me about. Kind of like that. You had somebody that you didn't even have to, you know, fight them or whatever.
Yeah, somebody stepped in.
Yeah. Like my bully, same thing, but it was myself. Like once I finally like stood up to it, there was no fight to be had. Like being a bully is very much an intimidation game. That's all it is. If I can make you feel,
I feel
like you're weaker than me and lesser than me, then I've won.
But that's because they know they are weaker and lesser than you.
Exactly. So I'm gonna try to pull my.
But I didn't
queen.
know. You know, we didn't know that.
Yeah,
we didn't know that.
This is me educating the people that watch, like because you think the bully, like, oh my God, they're just so strong and powerful and like.
No, they're not.
What?
They're the weakest.
No.
The bully is the weakest.
Period.
Trust me. Trust me. I don't care how big they are, how much you look at them as being above you. Like, bro, they are mentally they are the weakest link.
That's a fact.
And that's why they're trying to utilize you to exert all of their energy on you that they getting wherever they getting that shit from and just trying to bring it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my bullying came from me because I was an honor roll student like all my life.
But he didn't bully you because of any of that. He bullied you because you had a girl cousin that he liked. That was it. It had nothing to do with
on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
which that's how I looked at it. But reflecting back, like my grandmother got me everything I wanted, long as I made honor roll. So I'm coming to school with iceberg sweaters and Gore-Tex Vasquez on, and you feel me, and the new Timberlands with the taps on them.
Quick question: did him and your cousin end up together?
No.
Moving right along.
Yeah, shout outs to Sherelle. Sherelle wasn't impressed on that. Sherelle was I honestly, like, no kizzy. I thought Sherelle was gonna, well, she might, but I thought Sherelle was going solely like girls.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when we were younger.
Yeah.
Like, Sherelle don't even like boys. She just gonna like girls, whatever.
Do you have like a most embarrassing moment from that time period in your life, like where you were like, I know you don't get embarrassed, I know, but
No,
like,
I get embarrassed.
Do you have like a
I just
moment
can
where you
handle
was
it.
like, oh shit, even in your head where you was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah, so me and Sherelle, me and Sherelle decided to skip because, like I said, this was regular for us at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. Like, we used to ride the city bus to our school because it was on the other side of town. We moved to another side of town, but our grandmother worked at the school we was going to. So if she wasn't at work that day, we would have to take the city bus. So we decided to skip the city bus and just go back to the block and, go dip over on the other block and hop the fence and come back to our block and go to one of our older peers' house and just all turn up.
So what happened?
And it was another female there that was our age and our grade. It was Sherelle's friend. And her dad and her mom was like on it. Like, nah, they not in school. They not where they supposed
They
to be.
knew they were catching on to you guys.
Yeah, so that, and you feel me? And then everybody just ended up in front of this house. It was just like embarrassing. Like, damn.
That was what the parents came out and caught y'all like.
It wasn't really embarrassing for me because
I asked your most embarrassing moment.
yeah,
babe.
but that was embarrassing because when me and Sherelle almost was like Siamese twins to me. That's how we was raised. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I know I missed the embarrassing part.
I'm saying the embarrassing part was I had Sherelle with me, and we skipped school. I'm an honor roll student.
So you were just saying because you did all this to get nothing out of it. You like skipped school to try to like be grown, and you weren't able to be grown.
And Sherelle got caught.
Oh.
That was embarrassing to me.
Oh, because you were the big homie. You fucked up the little homie.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's not embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
But I feel you because
That's
everyone
fucked up.
has their own.
Yeah, that's fucked
know,
up. Like,
yeah.
damn, like we could have just went to school.
Yeah.
But we was trying to, because all our life, we always hung with older adolescents, if you call it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we was 7, 8, 9, we chilled with 12, 13, 14-year-olds. When we became 12, 13, 14-year-olds, we chilled with 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Like, you feel me? And we always been bigger in stature. So, like, to this day, some people to this day still think I'm like, some people to this day will tell you I'm 43. Like, and to stand on that. Like, nah, I remember you. Some people from Wilmington, North Carolina, right? Because this is what we're recording at today. So I'm just holding that in regards. Today, in Wilmington, North Carolina, some people would be like, bro, I remember you when you was a... And in my head, I don't like being disrespectful to my elders. You feel me? Unless they're being disrespectful. But they get to a point where it's like, yo, I remember you when you was like, I mean, you legit, bro. You was like 7. I'm like, no, you don't. Because I didn't live here. You capping. You made that up in your mind. You automatically thought I was whatever you thought I was. I moved here when I was 13. So anybody from Wilmington, North Carolina, that says they knew me before I was 13 years old, they're lying. Mm-hmm. We're going to establish that right now. Right now. Yeah. But as far as the embarrassment part, I felt like I got my cousin in trouble. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because I didn't get a whooping that day. She got a whooping. Feel me? So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Do you remember your worst punishment as an adolescent?
My worst punishment?
Punishment. Or ass whooping or all your shit got took in or whatever?
Not really. I was a good kid. And I tell you, like, that's why I think, you think our kid's going to be bad. No, I don't think our kid's going to be bad because I was just the best kid. Like, I've had people have babies because I was such a good baby. Like, a good kid, not just a baby. Like, I was just a good adolescent. I didn't get in any trouble. I didn't, cause any drama. I just made sure that if I'm good, if I'm taking, I'll make sure my parents are happy. Other than.
So when did you have your first car?
My first car?
Yeah.
15. I was 15 and a half. The summer
Sheesh.
of 15. Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of people in trouble.
It was a pass me down.
No, not on purpose.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
No. People would literally run away to my house as a kid. Like, people would have my mom call their sister, mom, grandma, whoever they were living with at the time and be like, I'm at Ashley's house. I'm safe. Or she's here.
Because you have extremely loving parents, though.
For sure. Extremely
loving, secure, got your back. Like, you have that. Like, a lot of us coming from, our era, and we didn't have that. So
my house was definitely the safe haven for a lot of people. 100%. Just backtracking, but still answering the question. Back to the little bully thing. When I was about to get in my first fight, my parents pulled up to the park and they was just pulled up ready to watch. When I say they're ready to watch, not standing outside, not got Vaseline on their hands. They're just in the car with the window cracked. All you can see is their eyes and they're ready for me to fight. Fight didn't happen. They ended up taking all these bitches back to out east. And they were just here to watch the fight because they was like, Bo Bash about to get it in. Okay, we riding the bus to North Chase and we about to see what's going on. But my parents just always made sure all the kids were, good, happy, and healthy. Yeah. That's it.
That's gangster.
Mm-hmm. And I think because my parents were so lenient, a lot of parents didn't like me having my girlfriends over because they cared, but they knew what I was doing. They put trust in me. So me having that trust, I held that to a higher, I didn't step outside the boundaries. Yeah, I might have lied about who I was with, but I told you where I was at and I told you what I'm doing. I might be with whoever, but it was just little shit. But my friends that had strict ass parents, like, you can only go stay at Ashley's house. Yeah, we out here lit. Y'all don't know that because my mom's a good mom, but like, they was outside.
Yeah.
My strict friends my friends that had strict parents, it was.
They were the bad ones. They were the ones you had to watch for.
Oh my God, they were the friend.
They were fucking.
Early. Very early. Be on time for Sunday service, though.
That's another session.
Oh my God.
You know?
Yeah, moving right
But
along.
reflecting back to like the high school days. Like, did you have your own plan? Like, beyond high school, like after I get out of high school, I'm gonna do this. What was it?
Honestly, I did not. In like 10th grade, I had a 10th grade project which I specifically remember. You had to make like 10 little panels for this project, just saying what we want to do in our life. It literally had a before and after, kind of like, what we're talking about now. But my end goal or my, goal after high school, I had just wanted to be a massage therapist. I always known that I didn't want to go to college.
You never want to give me no massage.
Again, are you paying me? Okay, moving right along. I just knew I didn't want to go to college. I just wanted to find a trade, and just make money. That was it. I just knew I had to make money. But then come my senior year, my first semester was English, which I had to do my senior project. Fucked that up. And so I had to go back to that class the second semester because I just didn't want to do senior project. I don't like talking in front of people. Mind you, here I am. I just hated talking in front of people, and that was the only part of my senior project that I hated, was talking in front of these bitches.
That don't know you.
And they don't like me. Yeah. I know you're like, yeah. And I just felt that. So I literally almost got it in with my English teacher because she tried to make me stand up in front of class. But anyways, I ended up doing it in front of 4 people that worked at the school. I got a B-, and I graduated high school. But what I did my senior project on, I did it on the benefits of joining the military. I myself went into the Air Force because I just didn't want to go to school. That's all I knew. I knew I had to do something, which I was fine with, respectfully, because my mom, you out. After you graduate, you got to have a plan. And so that was my plan. I just went to the military. You don't have to go to war. Everyone's like, you got to fight. You got to shoot guns. Why you go? No, I didn't have to do any of that. I was behind a desk in the office fucking doing paperwork that I'm doing now. Like, the military has nothing to do with whether you're putting your life on the line or not. I mean, unless you have a fucking 2 on the ASVAB.
And now you're a motherfucking accountant and you write motherfuckers checks and they got to come to you to get paid.
And I was in remedial math. Not because I was slow, but because I didn't want to fucking do the work. But that's what it is.
Stay on the mission.
That's it. I just knew I didn't want to go to college, and I knew I just wanted to be productive. I didn't want to not do anything. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So, no, I didn't have a plan in high school. It just ended up being that I had to get forced to do my senior project, and I chose that. I had to go to the recruiter's office. I did a lot of my volunteer time there, majority of my volunteer time there, and doing practice ASVAB. That was my senior project, and that's how I ended up going into the Air Force after high school.
Let's speed it up, because I wanted to ask, what would you have done differently? But
we can end it on that note. And cause look, there's gonna be a part 2 to this.
Okay.
Because we have so much shit to talk about between the two of us. So I just feel like everybody's nosy. Everyone wants to know what we got going on.
Okay, so from that, what you learned, like, I want to go into the military. I don't want to go to fucking school and do no more of that shit. Like, what would you do differently from, like, you graduated 17, 18?
17.
Okay, so what would you do differently if you was able to go back to that age?
Just because it was connected, I still would have went into the military. The only thing I wouldn't have done was get out. I would have stayed in my 20 years, retired at 38, had full 37 to be exact, would have full benefits, just been taken care of, still getting a check every month type of shit. I would have done that instead of not retiring.
Is your time in the military the reason you wake me up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get everything done? Get your ass up. Come on.
Could be. Could be. For real. And that's why I eat fast. I know that. And I'm not.
I feel you. Because I eat fast. I learned that in jail. Because you got about, they say 15 minutes. They say 20 minutes. but you got 11 minutes.
Yeah, they don't even give
You got
us
11
that.
minutes to eat. You get what I'm saying?
And
got
you
11
have
minutes.
three of these to finish.
Oh, you ain't got
at
those,
least,
yeah.
you have to have 3 cups.
Yeah, you got those.
At least 2 waters, and one had to be like a Gatorade or whatever, but at least 2 waters and whatever. And you had to finish your full meal. And I don't think it was 10 minutes, but truthfully, I feel like outside of me wanting to stay in, that fucked me up in basic training because I already love food and I had a bad relationship with food. I fuck food up now. Like
Fast.
I try in my
5
head to like,
minutes.
bitch, you about to, and I just eat it too fast. That's it.
And then enjoy it.
It's so good. No, I enjoy every 5
It
minutes.
happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us.
So we gonna continue this conversation next week.
Next segment. We can go on with this.
Okay.
So,
because we're only halfway through early adulthood, so we got a lot to talk about and a lot to cover.
And I look forward to talking to you about.
Look, it's nice getting to know you, sir.
I thank you and I appreciate you.
Yeah,
And I adore you.
love you too, babe.
Okay.
Shout out to Talk Spicy TV. Like, subscribe, share. www.
TalkSpicy.tv.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, Talk Spicy TV.
Uh-huh.
Instagram, Talk Spicy TV.
Uh-huh.
TikTok, Talk Spicy TV.
Period.
Everything is Talk fucking Spicy.
That's it.
Push the fucking button, subscribe, like, share, comment, give us feedback, bro.
That's what we need.
We won't do no hating on this side, bro. You feel me?
And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Gang.
Still classy and nasty. Yeah, you know the deal, and they still throwing $100 bills, and they still 5